Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I'd do another quick video of just other little things I've kind of been working on at the same time. You know, the way there's too many projects to do and I get distracted, start off doing all these other bits and bobs. Basically, I'll start off with these guys. These guys were originally little goblins from Warhammer. Fantasy battle, what do they call fantasy battles nowadays? But basically Warhammer, I think they were night goblins and they're part of a starter set. So I've been meaning to buy Skaven on eBay for ages. Skaven like Ratman on eBay. But I had these goblins and I said I'd just basically drill out their little faces and have some fun with some green stuff and try do some Ratman faces. If this wants to focus. Yeah, so they are slightly different, all the Ratman faces that I did on them. But they're actually a lot of fun. I mean, with the right tools, green stuff really isn't that bad. And I mean, I think people should just go for it and not be intimidated. Like, these are nothing crazy, obviously. If it'll focus for me, it's basically just underneath the hood and some little plastic art there for teeth and a little bit of fur on the arms there. And the ones on the bases already have little claws. I think this guy was my first guy. He's got a bit of a smile there. So I think that'll actually pick up quite well with paint. They've got little claws then and tails. And I thought, there you go, they're Ratmen right there. Because I had all these goblin figures and I was like, lads, I've got tons of different goblins and orcs from so many, different ranges. I've got enough orcs and got enough goblins forever. So I said I'd go with them. They're actually quite fun, just to try it out. This guy was going to be a purple worm, but all it is this is PVA and tissue paper, just really compacted together. DM Scotty's kind of 50-50 mix of PVA glue or white glue with water mixed down and then mixed together, kind of like paper mache, I suppose, and then left to dry. And it gets really hard. Like that's a ball right there. That could be used as a base for something. I mean, as a base for, you could slicing it, put an eyeball in it, and there's a little beholder. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very cheap way to have a bulk of the body of something. And then I just took him onto one of those bases and went mad with rolling up little bits of milliput to be like spiky teeth. Now this guy kind of halfway through painting, I'd just been trying to throw paint on him as I go with something else. And it's it's nothing crazy. It's not even technically sculpting, I suppose, if this is just PVA and glue, or it's PVA glue and tissue paper and left to dry. You have to really leave it to dry, and then they're just rolled up bits and then super glued on. Obviously not finished yet, but I think that's going to look pretty awesome. Like, I love just how many teeth it has all the way down. It's going to be actually really cool looking when it's done. And last bit here was a little bit of terrain. Now this isn't finished either. I just have to highlight it up a bit and put some metal on it. But it's torture rack. They tie people up and then turn it. So this was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I've always kind of been intimidated with doing terrain because I felt like it takes so much materials between paints and all this kind of thing. But there's so many guys, on YouTube that do fantastic stuff. And if you actually give it a go between getting some paint, some cheap paint, it's not that expensive. And fair enough, it's a little bit messy, but if you're going to do a lot at once, it's totally worth it. Like, so this is only a little tiny thing for something I want to potentially run over Christmas. Nothing kinky now. It's it's just, this is like a background piece, But I actually, with the few little bits and bobs that I had around, like this is from, the rope is from some kind of clothes, some kind of a label for clothes. So, I'm one of those people that I see something like that and I'm like, okay, I'm keeping that. I'm going to use that one day for rope. And now it's a part of a torture device for 28mm fantasy miniatures. There you go. But yeah, little things like that for kind of dressing for dungeons. That's another little video, little things I've been working on, guys. And I'll keep coming with those early learning center, guys. I'm going to get some paint on that pig man. Cheers.